Greetings! Welcome back to City Skylines. Welcome back to the island of Isla Bonita. The Island of Pretty. That's basically what I just said. Yeah. So here we are. It's been 2 months. I'm very sorry. There's a reason for that. The main reason I didn't do an episode right after the last one, when I laid down a lot of these resorts and their surrounding foliage, is because right after that, an update came out for City Skylines, the Disasters update. And that ruined a lot of mods. And so I thought, I'm just going to wait till they get fixed. I don't even want to load up the game. I don't want to load up a broken game save. So most of them got fixed. Some of them I had to replace. Some of them I had to say goodbye to. But for the most part, we're good. But then by that time, it was like a month later. I wasn't in the mood to play City Skylines. I wanted to play Overwatch. There were all these other games I really wanted to play. So I lost inspiration, and I didn't want to force it. So the other day I was thinking, I don't feel like playing City Skylines. But I got to get back into it because I love the game. So I loaded the game save up, and I looked around, and I thought, I think maybe I can get back into this. And I have. Before I show you what I've been working on, let's just take a little tour of the city. For those of you who maybe are tuning in for the first time, this is the main city, the city proper, if you will. This is the new modern area. Now, this is not done. None of this is done by any means. But basically, this is going to be kind of the older city. We have a really old cities over here. We'll go look at that in a moment. But I'm trying to kind of put a little history in this city. So this is the big, brand new modern part of the city. This and the resorts and the shopping area we're going to work on today, right there. This is kind of like this, I don't know, this is the city that started to pop up in the, maybe the 70s, the 60s or the 70s, and kind of grew up in the 80s, then the 90s. In the 2000s, this area started. Does that make sense? And then over here, this also would be kind of the residential area for this part of the city, but it also kind of sprang up in the 70s or 80s. Okay, anyway, then over here on this peninsula, we have where the rich people live. We have a lot of really nice... So let's change the time of day. It looks like it's starting to get dark. We'll take it back to 8 in the morning, and then we will go back into this mood. This is where all the really wealthy people live, and they have their tennis courts and their swimming pools and their basketball courts and their driving ranges. Look at that driving range asset. Isn't that amazing? And they've got their riding stable where that girl is always training her horse day and night, just going around in circles again and again. And then, let's see, what else have we laid down so far? We worked on this whole mountain. Like, all the terrain on here is custom, all the water features. I basically just used the landscaping features and tried to create like a hiking path and waterfalls, And then over here, this is old Isla Bonita. We'll see, what do we call it? We call it Pueblo Viejo. And you've got really, really poor housing over here with really nice cars. There's nothing I can do about that. I wish you could program it so that really nice cars did not spawn in these houses. There's probably a mod for it, but I don't know. Do you guys know anything about that? Is there a mod I can use? I have advanced vehicle options. Is there a feature in that mod where I can tell these houses to only use old cars? We've got the railroad going through the city everywhere so far. Anyway, we've got these old... This is the Pueblo Viejo. This is the really, really old city and the old town center. This city probably popped up in the early 1900s. And now, basically all the businesses have moved over to the new city. But we still have a lot of charm, and a lot of the older people live over here. Here we have the international airport. And just today, I actually laid down a couple hotels. We've got the Travel Lodge and the Best Western. Sadly, they're not in Spanish. I wish they were. I wish we had more custom Spanish assets. Let's see, what else do we have? Then over here, we've got this volcano, which I made. And then we have some mountain villages. Here's, I forget what this one's called. This one's called Escondido, hidden. And then, what else? Oh yeah, the satellite dish. This is the very first thing I built. This is the very first thing I placed in the city. Well, after having done a lot of landscaping. And then here we have this village which supports the satellite dish. Maybe the people live down here that work up there. And it's kind of on the side of this mountain. And then over here we have another really old village on this beach. We got like some abandoned piers. Wait, what? Oh, that's a fishing pier. That's not abandoned. But I think this one's abandoned. Yeah, this one's abandoned. Look at that. That's like an in-game asset. That comes with the game. I think that's pretty cool. This here is my favorite feature over here. I love the graffiti on the side of this, and I love the smoke feature. Anyway, I think that's everything. Oh, no. Sorry. I haven't shown you half of what we... I mean, I still have a little bit to show you. We've got... Okay, first of all, we have these... These are kind of like seaside rentables. What did I call them? Let's see. What's the name of this area? Playa Dulce. Sweet Beach. Oh, look, there's a dead body there. What do you call these? The Birdsong Residence. These are supposed to be like rentable cabanas, I guess. I don't know what else to call them. And then over here we have the military base. That's one of the first things we also did. And it's got like a little tiki bar down here on the beach for the servicemen and women. They can come relax when they're off duty. Anyway, we got all these amazing military assets that Chris Games, he commented on my video. I believe, I'm sorry if that's not, is that, I believe that's your name. That's your mod making name. Chris, if you're there, thank you so much. This is amazing. This would not look so amazing if it weren't for you and all the mod makers. In fact, I feel guilty not listing all your names in my description. Maybe I should start trying to do that. That would take a while though, but I wish I could. And then over here we have the water plant and the garbage recycling. This is the only thing that's not very realistic in my city. These incinerators are actually based on fantasy, but I still love them and I'm keeping them. Then this is the second thing we ever did. This is the Ta North nuclear power plant. Ta North is my friend. He's a really good guy. He's really good at CS:GO. He's good at PvP. But he's really, really good at CS:GO. I play CS:GO with him sometimes. And we named this after him. And then over here, we've got this castle ruin. This is just, I mean, in the future, we'll put a village here. There's so much to do. But anyway, coming back to the city, here's what we're going to work on today. This water feature I had already added to my city. Oh, and look at this. Look at this asset. Look at this roundabout exit ramp. Amazing. And then this water feature used to go only to here. And I extended it to there, as you can see, and laid down these roads. And this will be our shopping area where the tourists can go to spend all their hard-earned money. They've already spent a lot of it on these amazing beachside resorts, but they want to spend even more. They're here to have a good time, so we're going to give them a good time. So I have all of these mall assets, which I'm going to lay down now, and then I'll come back and show you the placement. And then I think we'll do a time lapse when we pretty it up, when we beautify the area with the trees and the pathings and all that. So I'll be back in a moment. Okay, so here's what I have so far. I've placed quite a few custom assets here in the shopping area. For example, this one here, the Luxurion. Pretty modern looking asset. When I was down in Panama, I spent some time in Panama. I may have mentioned that a few episodes ago. I don't remember. But anyway, there were certain places in Panama City, like when we went to the mall, the malls were actually really modern. They spent a lot of money on those, I think. So that's kind of what I tried to replicate here. We've got this custom asset as well. Also, these boutique stores. Unfortunately, there's nothing on the workshop. There's literally nothing on the workshop in Spanish. Like all the Spanish assets I think I've found. And nothing for shopping. So I've got like... That's supposed to be Forever 21, but I guess they had to call it Forever 31. And there's Express. There's Chanel. Actually, there would be a Chanel in Panama or some Central American city, because that's actually, I think that's French. I don't know. I honestly don't really know what I'm talking about. Anyway, that looks like Greek to me. I'm not sure what language that is. Over here, I have a a movie theater, a cinema. And then I also have a subway. Now, okay, let me talk about these. These commercial buildings are not unique buildings. These are, these spawn in when you zone. So I've zoned certain areas for commercial. Now, I do have some custom assets that look much nicer than these, but they're of a much higher level than these. So you can't place higher level assets down. I do have the mod that allows me to place any asset down I want. But if I place, like, for example, a level 3 asset right here before the area is level 3, it's just gonna, the building's gonna, it's never gonna work. It's gonna stay empty. So I've got to settle for these crappy buildings first, and then I'm hoping that they will upgrade eventually to the nice buildings, the nice assets that I have, and then this whole mall will look nice like these buildings here. Okay, so I have made a ton of additions to this city. See this huge neighborhood there? That's new. This neighborhood over here, that's new. I needed a ton of residents to support these businesses. And our demand is so much more evenly balanced now. I'll show you that in a moment. But first, let's start here and look. We have a lot more new fancy stores here. Does that make sense? We have a lot of new stores. We've got the Apple Store. Look how cool that is. Look at the, wait. What is that person doing? That was weird. I had no idea. It looked like they were giving CPR to someone. It was just one person. They're doing yoga in the middle of the store. There's a dog in the Apple Store. 2 dogs? Anyway, the Apple Store. So classy. And then we have these luxury boutiques. Look at that. Look how nice those look. And this place here, Jubilee. This kind of reminds me of like a GameStop or something. I don't know. Maybe not. GameStops don't have nice stuff on the roof like that. So never mind. It's not a GameStop. And then we've got this luxury restaurant. Look at that. See, we've got all these high-end businesses because we have the customers to support it. And I also added this library, which functions as a university. And look at that. Biblioteca Pública del Estado. Spanish, baby. It's a Spanish asset. I love it. And then over here, let's just have a look at the shops over here. More luxury boutiques. This building here is not quite as nice, but I love it. I think it looks really cool, so we're leaving it. I love the graffiti. Oh, and look at that. It's an animated billboard. I love it. Oh, and I got a... there were also all these ugly billboards on the top of these vanilla assets. I got a mod that removes them. I'm so happy about that. And then I moved the Panda Express over here by this fountain. And then here's this big, nice luxury mall. And then we have one more little section to our shopping area. I moved the Subway store and the Sprint store here next to Alfredo's Italian restaurant. Another Jubilee store. This one kind of reminds me of like maybe a jewelry / clothing store. And then, this is the, what does it say? Randy's Bowling Alley. Too bad that's not in Espanol. I guess I couldn't get rid of these. Do you know what? Let's look at the mod really quick. Options. It's called Prop Remover. Wall flags. I wonder if those are wall flags. They might be. I left the wall flags on because it sounded, I don't know. I wanted to leave a few of the signs on so that the buildings weren't completely blank. Like this. I wonder if that's a wall flag. I'd actually like that to stay on there. Okay. Here's the next thing I need to do. I need to work a little bit, before we do the time lapse, I need to work a little bit on this area. Because what I did is I did the theme manager here and I limited it to certain types of buildings. But here's the problem. It all looks really samey. Like look, we've got that building, that one, and that one. Those are all the same. We have a ton of these. See these with the glass? Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to zoom in that much. See, look, we've got practically two in a row here. Got another one there. They're just everywhere, and I just think this place needs a little more diversity. So I'm gonna go on the workshop and look for low residential houses that can go in this area, and then I'll be right back. All right, I've been pruning the hedges of this area. By the way, 10 points for anyone who knows what that's from. We rode off on the women and we pruned the hedges. Anyway, I think it looks a little more diverse. I got some assets on the shop. For example, one of the new assets I got, which I really love, is this thing right here. Look at that. I think that's a new asset. I don't know. But at least we don't have a million of like, where is it? Actually, I think I got rid of them all. Yeah, this one. Remember how it was just littered with that one? Nope, not anymore. I think that was it. Anyway, another thing I did too is I went back. Ooh, somebody's having major crime in their area. Hurry up, Kappas. I went back here. Oh, we better make it daytime so you can see. And I added some new shops to the beach. Like, look at this souvenir shop. Isn't that cool? Let's get down on the ground. Trinket Emporium. I know, souvenir is not a Spanish word. Neither is swordfish seafood grill. Oops, sorry about my phone. But from afar, come on, that looks pretty cool. And I added, I guess I should mute my phone. Sorry about that. I added this club. That does, I know that doesn't totally work. It definitely makes this place a little more touristy, but I'm gonna go with it. I don't know. Some of you may not like the fact that that's this big building here on the beach. I don't know. We're gonna try it. Let me know what you think in the comments. Maybe I'll take it down. But overall, also, I added... Oh, I haven't looked at this part yet. Yeah, this looks good. Like, there's a little bar on the beach here. A little souvenir shop. Added this swim club up here in the main area. I moved... There was this really nice Mexican... Or, I think it was a Mexican restaurant called La Hacienda right here. I moved that over into the high shopping area. Let's go look at it, actually. Go back over here. And there it is. See, right there. Now, I'm still going to decorate all around here to look much nicer, but there it is, La Hacienda. No, it's a Mexican bar and grill. No visitors last week. No tourists last week. Great. Yeah, somebody's there. Anyhow, one thing I did want to show you, though, is I've marked La Playa del Oro is going to be a touristy boardwalk type area. Not totally boardwalk, but one thing I want to try doing is I just want to mark the whole thing. See what I mean? Oh, I wonder why you can't put it in there. I guess it doesn't matter. I just want to try marking all along here and then just let it grow. And then I'll prune it. Okay, here it goes. It's already going. And then I'm imagining it'll put this ugly ridge here on the beach. I can fix that. I'll definitely prune it so that the buildings aren't jam-packed. Here's the thing. Like, for example, that should just be beach right there. I think that's what makes cities look better in this game. When you get downtown, for example, here what I've done, if we look at the zoning here, do you see how these residential, there is not zoned here? I mean, you could easily, what most people do is they'll just zone everything, cram it in, and then it ends up looking like what I've done over here. See how most of this is just all crammed in? It does not look that good. I'm going to have to prune this area over here. The reason I hadn't done it before, because I needed the residents. But now that we're getting more residents in, if we put in like parking lots and trees, you know, decorations, if we spruce it up a bit, it's going to look so much more realistic than just spamming buildings in there. Like downtown here, you would have people just zone everything in here and it'd be jam-packed with buildings, but it would look like New York City, but there's only one New York. We're not going for the New York look here. So that's why over here, I'm definitely... Oh, look, it's not creating the ridge line. That's great. Over here. Oh, wait. Did we forget to apply the theme? Crap. I think I forgot to apply the theme. Let's see if that works. Themes. I totally did. Theme manager, La Playa, too. And then... let's see. Are you... I think I may have forgot to make it touristy as well. Leisure. Tourism. Yep, I totally did. My bad. So that should get rid of all of those businesses and put in new ones. In fact, let's help them. We can go. You guys all gotta go and make room for... Although I do kind of like that gas station right there. I wonder if he'll stay. I bet he won't. Nah, I don't like him. We'll put in our own gas station there. So let's let that grow for a minute, then I'll come back and show you. Alright, I've been finessing it, and I think we have pretty good layout here. Ooh, that does not look good. Can we smooth that up a bit? I hope. Nope. Let's undo that. Control Z it. Maybe we can do this. Oh, yeah, there we go. Sometimes you gotta smooth these things out a bit. Just a little. Oh, we don't want that, though. How's that? That's... yeah, it's a little better. I might go back in and finesse that more, but here we go. This turned out pretty nice, I think. We've got some hotels along the way and a seafood restaurant. I love this custom asset here, the breakwater. I originally had two right next to each other, but I decided I didn't like that. Oh yeah, and there's another custom asset here too, the Century Hotel. I think that's pretty neat. Here, let's go down to street level and just kind of go along. And then there's two Club 801s right there, which is fine. Patty's Pub, not Spanish, but that's fine. Souvenirs, not Spanish. Dang it. I'm definitely gonna put like more billboards along here, and there's definitely some ploppable things I can put down to make it look better, but we'll do that in the time lapse. But yeah, I like this hotel too. We got Swordfish Seafood Grill, not Spanish, I know. This train station, another Club 801. And then this is my favorite one right here, this little seafood shack. I think that's pretty neat. Anyhow, okay. It's finally time to plop down some rocks, trees, props, make this place look even better. So, remember when I said I was going to give you a time lapse? I'm not. Okay, first of all, look at the city at night from high above. Doesn't it look peaceful and beautiful? You can see the boats slowly making their way through the channel. You can see the airplanes flying across the sky. Well, actually I don't see any. What's that boat? Wait, what's that boat? Oh, it's like an oil tank, or not a tanker, it's like a cargo ship. Cool, let's go back. Let's go back to my perch up high in the sky. Now, I have done a ton of work on the shopping area, and we're at the end of the episode. I'm sorry I didn't record it. I don't know why I didn't record it. I just started playing, and I kept thinking, okay, I'll hit the record button any moment, and I never did. I was so engrossed. Look, there's a plane right there. I was so engrossed in what I was doing and having such a good time. So, sorry about the no time lapse. I'll try to make it up to you next time, but let's go ahead and look and see what I've done. Do you see that little circle of color? Do you see it yet? Maybe as... oh, sorry. Let's do a better zoom than that. Do you see it? Now you see it. You might be asking yourself, what is that? What is that? Well, I'll show you. It's colored lights, baby. Now, it may look kind of silly up here. Now, I used to have the colored lights going all down this waterway, but I didn't like it. Check out, look how cool it looks from down here. Come on. Doesn't that look cool? Doesn't that make this shopping area just look like Vegas? I don't know. I mean, I guess maybe that's because you've got the Rio Grande in the background. I think that looks cool. What do you guys think, though? Okay. I have been working really hard. I put in this plaza right here. Put in parking lots with plants all around them. You know what? Let's make it day so I can really show you what I've been doing. Daytime, baby. And we'll go back into free camera mode. So... there's still a lot of work to be done. Like, this area is very empty, okay? So I'm not anywhere near done. Why do these lights stay on during the day? I'm going to replace them. I don't like that. I'll replace them. We got that little plaza. I've basically just been adding in vegetation everywhere. I put in this parking lot with these rocks and these trees and kind of these little, foliage around it. These flowers. Look, see this? This walkway, this stone walkway, I put that all in. I put in these parking lots and surrounded them with foliage. This here, though, I put in all these rocks and all these bushes and trees. And I'm really happy with how it turned out. And especially at night when those colored lights are on. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely not going to keep... see these lights that stand during the day? Definitely not going to keep those. I will replace those at some point. But I put in all this these tables back here and this plaza and all these flowers. I put that in. Let's see what else. I worked really hard on this area too. Check this out. These water features with the plants and the rocks. I was having the best time. this walkway with these flowers and these picnic tables, and then these picnic tables over here on this side. Just foliage, decoration. I forget what the proper term for it is. Prop spam. This back here where people can go eat behind the restaurant, I put that in. Put another water feature over here. And there's still much to be done, but I think we're at the end of the episode now, and please let me know what you think. Any suggestions, any comments, I love them. I try to read every single one. I try to respond to as many as I can. Wherever you are in the world, I hope you're having a fabulous day, and I will see you next time on Cities Skylines.